Thanks for joining me again. Today we have a 1991 Cadillac Fleetwood. This car's been in my collection since roughly about 2002. It's finished in Cotillion White with a silver door bottom with a silver pinstripe and a light gray leather interior. This car is loaded with every possible factory option with the exception of fire mist paint and gold edition emblems. This car is even equipped with the rare cold weather package, which means it has the Cadillac's easy cool glass, which not a lot of cars had. It basically was a heated front windshield that could melt really thick ice in less than about 3 minutes. It would kick up the idle of the car, and it came with a bigger alternator, about 220 amps instead of the regular 160 amp, 140 amp alternator. There's a wiring harness that runs up into the windshield for that option. I'll show you the button later. It's a pretty rare feature. This car comes with all its books and records. I even have the factory CD. This was a rare CD, basically to test the music and stuff. That came with the Cadillacs and a demo tape. Most of them were gold key cassettes. This is a gold key CD. Which came with the gold key package. It also has the factory remote entry and theft deterrent system. Everything's here, as you can see, the window sticker, the warranty cards for the tires, the roadside assistance number, anything and everything is of course all here with the car. There's also roadside assistance booklets, cards and numbers that weren't even filed with GM, the gold key order form, and lots of other goodies. Anyways, back to the car. Car's well documented, one owner car. It was owned by a retired pilot. He custom ordered the car and actually ended up waiting for it in the fall of '90. And it was a West Coast car, so he waited quite a while, I guess, for it to get off the line, was the story that he told me. Everything works on the car. The power antenna, everything is still factory original. Believe it or not, it hasn't broken yet like they always do with the nylon mesh cables. The car's rare in that it does have the factory CD player and the factory sunroof. It also has a computer command ride. So not a lot of them were really loaded up like this, and this was a fairly expensive car back in its day. It really was kind of top of the line. The only thing more top of the line than this would have been the 60 Special with the Ultra seats. I would say the 91 Cadillac was pretty good. It's probably as good as it got for the front wheel drive cars. The 4.9 engine is a really good motor. Exceptional fuel economy as well, especially for back in the day. It wasn't unheard of to get 26, 27, even 28 if you drove it right miles to the gallon, and about 18, 19 in the city. It still gets close to that today. But it really is one of the best engines I think Cadillac had, not counting, of course, the Brougham with the 5.7 350. But as far as the front wheel drive got, 91 and 93 pretty much was the best. After that you're starting to get into the North Star engines, which were quite a bit of trouble. The 4.5 wasn't a bad engine from 88 to 90, but it still wasn't really a bulletproof motor like the 4.9 was. I've seen these cars go long ways with miles, and heat didn't really affect them as much as it did the earlier ones with the HT 4100, 4.1s, 4.5s. Those cars pretty much seem to always have issues with head gaskets and, of course, not putting the right supplement tabs and coolant and that kind of stuff. Of course, that helped it if you put those in, but they still weren't really a bulletproof motor. As you can see, this car has dual power recliners. It does have the Bose CD. It also has the factory sunroof. Zoom in on the switches there. So it is a factory sunroof car. It's a factory security car. It's also a memory seat car. I should actually show you the Easy Clear. The Easy Clear button for the heated front windshield is here. Most cars are all blank down there. They don't have anything. This one has that. And of course it does have the rare memory seats too, as you can see there on the armrest. As Trumpet Horn too, of course, which came standard on the Fleetwood, not on the DeVille. And as you can see, it's really flawless. The car was really, really well taken care of by the first owner. When he couldn't really drive anymore, I got a phone call asking if I wanted to add this car into my collection, and of course I said definitely I would be interested. I've had quite a few 91 to 93 Sedan DeVilles and Fleetwoods. I still own a few Sedan DeVilles as well that are sapphire with Astroroofs. They're just a great car. I mean, really, even by today's standards, the pickup, the power, everything is really spot on with the car. You know, you really can't fault them for much. The illuminated emblems here, they still work as well in the side pillars at night. It's not dark enough yet, but it's getting dark fast, so I might be able to put those on for you. Overall, though, the car is it's a beautiful car. There's not really much more to say about it. It does everything well. I've been very happy with it. I've never actually had to do anything to it other than I did have to put a battery in it, which of course was a replacement Delco battery. I kept everything original, but other than that, it pretty much is what it is. Definitely is a great modern collector. I think, you know, these cars are getting on 30 years old now, so as they're pushing older, I think there'll be a place for them in the collector crowd. I don't know if per se it's going to be a very sought after model, but certainly one like this with the options that it has, it's a true survivor. Let me see. I'll open the factory remote entry here and show you in the trunk. Trunk, of course, is also spotless, as you can see. Got a few Cadillac briefcase in there, but overall the car is very, very nice. I like the computer command ride. It actually still works, and it's a great option as it firms up the suspension when you're traveling at high speeds, and at slow speeds it's a little softer. Of course, it has a speed sensitive steering as well with it. I can remote lock the locks and unlock them as well, and here, there they are locked, and it has the illuminated entry system when you go to unlock them as well. I really like the 4.9. Like I said, you really can't go wrong. The power is definitely more than adequate. I just move some of these books here, I can open the engine for you and show you roughly just how good the motor is, and show you the heated front windshield as well. Oops. Just open that up. Basically, the 4.9 looks exactly like its 4.5 derivative, other than the multi-port fuel injection, which of course upped the power to 200 horse and I believe 275 pounds of torque, if memory serves me correctly. It was a lot of power back in its day, and like I said, it still is, and it shifts smooth with that electronic shift transmission. There also is the heated front windshield here with the wiring that runs out of the strut tower and into the windshield itself. So this is a fairly neat option that you definitely won't see on many of these cars. I know it was the first time I had ever seen it before, and I've seen a lot of their northern ordered or optioned equipped cars, and this was one of the few that actually had it. I'd seen it in the sales brochure. But anyway, for what it's worth, it's definitely a neat little option. This car pretty much isn't missing anything, and would make a great little collector to take to any show. It really is, you know, pushing 30 years old. I think it's a great modern day up and coming collector for sure. And although not as popular as the rear wheel drive models, it's still a nice full-size Cadillac, that's for sure. anyways, thanks for watching, and until we unveil another car in my collection in another couple of days, we'll see you next time. Thanks.